To hear this and many more audiobooks in a podcast feed, please visit the first link in the description below. Thank you for your support. The Governance of China, Volume 3, by Xi Jinping. Audiobook, Part 5. The People as Masters of the Country. A better life for all our people. Main points of the speech during a meeting with members of the World Leadership Alliance attending the 2017 Imperial Springs International Forum, November 30th, 2017. China's development path is the path of socialism with Chinese characteristics. It is a choice of the times and of the people. After the founding of the PRC in 1949, and especially since the reform and opening up started about 40 years ago, China has witnessed unprecedented changes. China is now the world's second largest economy, and the standard of living of our 1.3 billion people continues to improve. More than 700 million people have escaped from poverty. Practice is the sole criterion for testing truth. All our historic achievements have strengthened our confidence in the path, theory, system, and culture of Chinese socialism. As I pointed out in 2017 in the report to the 19th CPC National Congress, after several decades, Chinese socialism has entered a new era. The principal challenge facing Chinese society is the gap between unbalanced and inadequate development and the ever-growing expectation of the people for a better life. In the past, we worked to provide for people's basic needs. Now, we are striving to improve their quality of life. We must focus on improving the quality and efficiency of development to better meet the growing expectation of our people in all areas and further promote well-rounded personal development and common prosperity for all. By 2050, we will build China into a great modern socialist country that is prosperous, strong, democratic, culturally advanced, harmonious, and beautiful. The 19th CPC National Congress made comprehensive plans to promote economic, political, cultural, social, and eco-environmental progress in China. We will continue people-centered development and further implement the vision of innovative, coordinated, green, open, and shared development. By introducing in-depth reform in all areas, we hope to inspire creativity throughout society and unleash new impetus for development. We will raise opening up to higher levels and cover all areas. China will not close its door to the world. We will only open it wider. We have a grand yet simple goal, a better life for all our people, and we have full confidence in achieving this goal. The people are our greatest strength in governance. Excerpts from speeches made between March 1st, 2018 and December 27th, 2019. Section 1. The people are the creators of history, the fundamental force determining the future of the party and the country. Our party comes from the people, has its roots in the people, and serves the people. We will lose this vital force if we are detached from the people. We should learn from Comrade Zhou Enlai and adhere to the party's commitment to building itself for the public good and exercising power for the people. We must champion the party's principle of serving the people wholeheartedly, implement the mass line in every aspect of national governance, and strive to help the people fulfill their desire for a better life. We must always rely on the people to create history. From the speech at a seminar commemorating the 120th birthday of Zhou Enlai, March 1st, 2018. Section 2. We must address the most pressing issues that are essential to people's immediate interests. Their concerns, be they big or small, should be handled with the greatest care and attention. We must start by addressing issues of public concern, delivering the outcomes that satisfy public needs. We will strengthen extensive employment services, make it a priority to help and support people in straitened circumstances, and move faster to complete a multi-tiered social security system. We will strengthen the system for community governance, continue with targeted poverty alleviation and elimination, and promote more targeted and meticulous measures to ensure public well-being. From the speech during a visit to Hubei Province, April 24th through 28, 2018. Section 3. We must always uphold our fundamental stance of siding with the people and striving for the well-being of the people as our ultimate mission. We must remain committed to the principle of serving the people wholeheartedly and carry out the mass line. We must respect the people's principal position and pioneering spirit, always maintain close ties with them, channel their strength into an invincible force, and unite and lead them to create historic achievements. This is a natural choice we have made in keeping with the trend of this era, and a responsibility we undertake as communists in staying true to our original aspiration. From the speech at the ceremony commemorating the bicentenary of the birth of Karl Marx, May 4th, 2018. Section 4. Our party serves the people wholeheartedly in pursuit of their well-being. On the long way ahead, we bear heavy responsibility and must not stop or slacken our efforts. Only with determination and perseverance can we carry on to fulfill our mission, do justice to these great times, and live up to the people's expectations. From the speech at a seminar on pressing problems related to the 2 assurances and 3 guarantees during a visit to Chongqing Municipality, April 15th through 17th, 2019. Section 5. The people are our party's greatest strength in governance. They are the solid base of our republic and the foundation of a well-built party and a prosperous nation. Our party is from the people, for the people, and successful because of the people. It must always be close to the people and work vigorously by their side through thick and thin. Every party member must bear these in mind. The party works for the people's interests and has no interests of its own. All it does is to realize, safeguard, and develop the fundamental interests of the people. The people are the creators of history. The people are the true heroes. We must trust and rely on them. We are always ordinary members of the working people and must maintain close ties with the people. From the speech at the conference on the Aspiration and Mission Education Campaign, May 31st, 2019. Section 6. The people are our party's foundation and greatest strength in governance. It is in this sense that we say people's support is of paramount importance. It is the people who will judge whether our party members and officials still remember and honor our mission. Their commitment will be tested in practice. To improve the people's well-being in all respects, officials at all levels must always bear in mind our purpose of serving the people wholeheartedly, always work to ensure the people live and work in peace and contentment, and always be mindful of their difficulties and needs. From instructions on the Aspiration and Mission Education Campaign during a visit to Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region, July 15th through 16th, 2019. Section 7. Staying true to our founding mission is in essence a matter of whom we serve and whose support sustains us. Our party was founded for the people and has always been of one heart with the people. bound to the people by an inseverable tie. The party will always be in the service of the people to fulfill its mission. All our work and decision-making must proceed from the people's interests. We must solicit the people's opinions, understand their needs, and welcome their criticisms and suggestions. We must make solid efforts to address their concerns, alleviate their grievances, and warm their hearts, so that they will always have a strong sense of gain, happiness, and security. From the speech at a meeting of criticism and self-criticism on the Aspiration and Mission Education Campaign of the Political Bureau of the 19th CPC Central Committee, December 26th through 27th, 2019. Always put the people first. Part of the speech at the first session of the 13th National People's Congress, March 20th, 2018. I was elected at this session to continue to serve as the President of the People's Republic of China. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for the trust placed in me by all the deputies and Chinese people of all ethnic groups. It is a glorious mission and a weighty responsibility to take on this great position of the President of the People's Republic of China. I will, as always, faithfully fulfill the responsibilities prescribed by the Constitution, be loyal to the country and the people, perform my duties scrupulously, do my best, be diligent at work, and remain devoted and dedicated. I will continue to act as a servant of the people and accept scrutiny by the people, and will never in any way betray their great trust. Any member of any state organ, no matter how high a position one holds, should keep firmly in mind that our republic is the People's Republic of China, and that we must always put the people first, always serve the people wholeheartedly, and always work hard for the people's interests and happiness. The people are the creators of history. The people are the true heroes. The magnificent history of the Chinese nation has been written by the Chinese people. The extensive and profound Chinese civilization has been created by the Chinese people. The spirit of the Chinese nation, kept fresh and alive throughout history, has been cultivated by the Chinese people. The endeavor of the Chinese people has led to a tremendous transformation of the Chinese nation. It has stood up, become better off, and grown in strength. The character and endowment of the Chinese people have fostered the Chinese civilization over thousands of years. They have also exerted a far-reaching influence on the development of China and on the ethos of today's Chinese. The great national spirit, fostered, passed down, and developed by the Chinese people during their long struggle, has provided a strong impetus for the betterment of China and humanity. The Chinese people are highly creative. Throughout thousands of years of history, they have always been ready to labor, to innovate, and to create with diligence. Our country has been the birthplace of world-renowned thinkers such as Lao Tzu, Confucius, Zhuangzi, Mencius, Mo Tzu, Sun Tzu, and Han Fei Tzu. Footnote 1. Lao Tzu, dates unknown, also known as Lao Dan or Li was a philosopher and the founder of Taoism in the spring and autumn period, 770 to 476 BC. Confucius, 551 to 479 BC, also known as Kongqiu or Zhongni, was a philosopher, educator, and statesman. In the spring and autumn period, he was the founder of Confucianism. Zhuangzi, 369 to 286 BC, also known as Zhuangzhou, was a Taoist philosopher in the Warring States period. Mencius, circa 372 to 289 BC, also known as Meng Ke or Zi Yu, was a philosopher, thinker, and educator in the Warring States period. Mozi, circa 468 to 376 BC, also known as Mo Di, was a philosopher, thinker, and statesman in the Warring States period. He was the founder of the Maoist school. Sun Tzu, dates unknown, also known as Sun Wu or Chang Qing, was a military strategist in the late spring and autumn period, 770 to 476 BC. Han Fei Zi, circa 280 to 233 BC, was a leading exponent of the legalist school in the Warring States period. End of footnote 1. The Chinese people's great scientific achievements, such as papermaking, gunpowder, printing, and the compass, have profoundly influenced the progress of human civilization. We created such great literary works as the Book of Songs, Songs of Chu, Fu poetry of the Han Dynasty, 206 BC to AD 220, poetry of the Tang, 618 to 907, and song, 960 to 1279 dynasties. Operas of the Yuan Dynasty, 1206 to 1368, and the novels of the Ming, 1368 to 1644, and Qing, 1616 to 1911 dynasties. We have passed down the powerful epics, King Gusar, Manas, and Jangar. Footnote 2. King Gusar is an epic of the Tibetan people. Manas is an epic of the Kyrgyz people. Jangar is an epic of the Mongols. End of footnote 2. We have built mighty projects, the Great Wall, the Dujiangyang flood control and irrigation system, the Grand Canal, the Forbidden City, and the Potala Palace. Today, the creativity of the Chinese people is being unleashed to an extent never seen before, which is enabling our country to develop rapidly and stride forward at the forefront of the world. I am confident that as long as 1.3 billion Chinese people continue to demonstrate such great creativity, we will continue to create more miracles. The Chinese people are people with a great spirit of endeavor. Over thousands of years, they have been able to discard the outdated and bring in the new. Our pursuit of progress has never paused. We have developed and built an immense and beautiful country and explored vast expanses of territorial seas. We have opened up extensive and productive farmland, harnessed numerous turbulent rivers, and overcome countless natural disasters. We have built towns and villages dotted all over the country and developed a complete range of industries. Our lives are varied and colorful. The Chinese people have been well aware since ancient times that we cannot sit idle and enjoy the fruits of others' work, and that happiness can only be achieved through great endeavor. What the Chinese people have achieved stems from ingenuity and expertise, hard work, and enormous sacrifice. I believe as long as all the Chinese people uphold this mighty spirit of endeavor, we will fulfill the great goal of creating a better life. The Chinese people are people with a great spirit of unity. Over thousands of years, they have remained united and stuck together through thick and thin. We have built a united, multi-ethnic country and developed harmonious relationships between 56 diverse, but closely interwoven ethnic groups. We have formed one great Chinese family where all care for and help each other, especially in modern times, confronted by aggressive and pitiless foreign occupation. All ethnic groups have joined to create a magnificent epic of defending the Chinese nation against external aggression. They have stood shoulder to shoulder and fought heroically and relentlessly, defeating every malicious invader and safeguarding national independence and freedom. China today, with all ethnic groups striving with one heart, has achieved extraordinary successes. The Chinese people have learned from our own experiences that only when we are united can we be strong and march forward. A divided country will not prosper. I believe as long as all the Chinese people uphold the spirit of unity, we will forge an unstoppable and invincible force. The Chinese people are people with a great spirit of dreams. Over a history of thousands of years, they have held fast to their dreams and persevered in pursuing their goals. We have formed the ideal of living in prosperity, but also aspiring for the common good. Ancient Chinese mythologies, such as Pangu, creating the world, Nu Hua, patching up the sky, Fu Xi, drawing the 8 diagrams, Shen Nong, testing herbs, Qua Fu, chasing the sun, Jing Wei, filling up the sea, and Yu Gong, removing mountains, reflect our determination in dauntlessly pursuing and realizing dreams. It is our firm belief that no matter how high a mountain is, if we keep climbing, we will reach the top. No matter how long a road is, if we keep walking, we will reach the destination. Since the modern era began, to realize the Chinese dream of national rejuvenation has become the greatest dream of the Chinese nation. Chinese people never yield to reverses, and they stand firm and indomitable. With the spirit of fighting the enemy to the end, the resolve of recovering the lost on the basis of self-reliance, and the ability to stand firm among the community of nations, the Chinese people have made continuous efforts for more than 170 years to fulfill their great dreams. Today, more than ever before, we are closer to, more confident of, and more capable of making the goal of national rejuvenation a reality. I believe that as long as all the Chinese people keep carrying forward this spirit of dreams, we can and will realize the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. Comrades, such a great people, a great nation, and great national spirit give us the pride and the strength to remain confident in the path, theory, system, and culture of socialism with Chinese characteristics, and the force to go forward in spite of all difficulties. China is a socialist country of people's democratic dictatorship under the leadership of the working class, based on an alliance of workers and farmers. It is a country where all power of the state belongs to the people. We must base our efforts on the interests of the people, ensure the principal status of the people, humbly learn from the people, listen to their voices, and draw on their wisdom. We must ensure that the basic criterion of our work is whether we have the people's support, acceptance, satisfaction, and approval. We must focus our efforts on addressing the most pressing, immediate issues that concern the people the most. We must also ensure that all Chinese people share the happiness and pride stemming from the historic course of national rejuvenation. Never fail the people. Main points of the talk with Roberto Fico, President of the Italian Chamber of Deputies. March 22nd, 2019. Running such a huge country is a grave responsibility, and it brings arduous work. I will fully commit to the people and never fail them. I am ready to put aside my own interests and devote my all to China's development. A weightlifter can lift only a 50-kilogram barbell at the beginning, but through proper training, he may achieve as much as 250 kilograms. I believe that through my work, through the concerted effort of more than 1.3 billion Chinese, we can definitely take on this weighty responsibility and build our country well. In this, I am fully confident. The Chinese people are fully confident. End of audiobook, part 5.